Hi everybody, Sandy here. Welcome to my YouTube channel and my craft room. I'm in here today wearing my favorite scrapbooking Halloween shirt. I hope you're having a spectacular October, doing lots of crafting with your favorite Halloween papers. One of my favorite paper collections for Halloween this year has been Country Craft Creations Bewitching Hour. So I decided to do a double page 12 by 12 layout spread using these fun and fabulous papers from that collection. So stay tuned for the tutorial. Okay, so for this double page layout, I am again using Bewitching Hour, which is the exclusive, one of the exclusive Halloween collections from Country Craft Creation. This is Bewitching Hour. I pulled out, I know for sure I'm going to be using this sheet here. I'm going to cut out some pumpkin, jack-o'-lanterns, ghosts. I'll also use a sheet where I use the plaid, and I'm going to use the stars, a couple of strips of that, and then I will use 2 full sheets of this pattern here. So this is what I have left in that I hadn't used because I've already done some prep work, fussy cut and stuff. I'm also going to use 1 sheet of the gray artisan cardstock for my photo mats, and then 2 full sheets for the backs of my layout. So let me readjust this camera view, zoom out a little bit, and I'll show you what I'm going to be doing. So the base of both layouts are going to be the same because it's going to be a double layout. So I have the 2 gray 12 by 12 artisan cardstock, and then I took this pattern sheet here, these images, and I've trimmed them down to, grab my ruler, because I want a border of the gray. So these are 11 3/4 by 11 3/4. Rather than risk glue warping on layout pages, I'm going to go ahead and use some tape runner that I have here. I haven't used this brand. I hope it works. You could use score tape. So I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to put score tape, hopefully, there we go, on all the edges here, and then a little bit in the center. So tape runner on a layout is usually quicker and easier than trying to do, especially a 12 by 12, rather than trying to do all that gluing, okay? So I'm just going to attach these down, both of them the same. Make sure I'm getting them even. So I have about 1/8 of an inch on both sides and top and bottom border. Just smooth that down with your hand. It's tape. It's not as critical to burnish as it is with glue. Then I'm going to do the second one the same way. Okay, so there's the back base of our layout. So I'm going to work on the right side first. I've already pre-cut my pieces. I have the stars, and I have this large piece of the plaid, which I cut out at 9 1/4 by 6. And first I'm going to lay it out and see. This is going to be a large photo mat, and how I want to work this. So this is cut the full length of 12. So I'm going to trim this down to 3 3/4 as well, so that it just matches up with the patterned paper. 11 3/4. What did I say? 3 3/4? 11 3/4. Okay. Just cut that 1/4 inch off so that it's going to lay something like this between our pattern paper. And I'll make sure I have room for my photo mats that I want to do. Scoot this over. So I have cut these two, both the same, out of the plaid, and they are 3 1/4 by 4. These are going to go kind of like that, and this is going to go like this. So I just lay it out to how I like the looks of it. I have other elements. I fussy cut this gingham pumpkin out, but I wanted to keep this wording here. So I'm thinking I'm going to do it here somewhere. And I have the large gray photo mat for a 4x6 photo. So this is 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. I'll make sure that it fits in there like this. So this is going to come down some. And I fussy cut out the jack-o'-lanterns, 3 of them. And that's going to overlap there. And then I have a bunch of fussy cut flowers, some of the gray leaves from the paper, star too. This is going to be mats in here, so I cut those down. Go ahead, I punched out of scraps of my paper out of the same paper collection. I use these 2 different punches to punch out flowers. These are Tim Holtz flower punches. Whatever you have or die cut, you can use that. So I'm going to go ahead and move these off and start taping things down. Okay. So with scrapbook layouts, you just plan ahead and utilize different scraps that you may have. I think layers of different pattern papers creates a unique look. So this one's going to go down first, right in here. Up a ways, there we go. And make sure it's even on the side. Okay, and then I'm going to do the stars, purple stars like this. Oops, one of my little stars got stuck on there. So we're going to lay this right here, line it up across the bottom, put the same amount from the top and the bottom like that. Kind of like that. Now my jack-o'-lanterns. Now I did find a scrap of this same paper that I cut off, and I'm thinking I'm going to lay that in the center to kind of bring this pattern in with the stars. So just use the tape runner on this. This is about, what, a 1/4 inch wide piece of the paper. Either side works on this one. And I'm just going to center it. And you know, I don't know if it's the right height or not, so I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to center it right here. Yeah, let's cut the right length. Just make sure that it's straight. Okay, so there we go, there's that. Next are going to be the jack-o'-lanterns. I'm going to put them right here at the first. Let's see, I want this piece in there. I'm going to put this piece in first. So what I did is cut out those words, and then I fussy cut around the edge of this pumpkin because I want to pull in that country look. Kind of angle that in with the spooky jack-o'-lanterns like this. Okay, I just think they're cute, and then I like that too. So kind of bring it all together. Now then, with this tape runner, the stems of my pumpkin. I don't want them poking up, so I'm going to grab my glue. Haven't used it in a few days, so hopefully it comes out. Here we go. I'm just going to put some glue on those stems. I don't want them, popping off or sticking up or getting torn. So I'm just going to layer these guys over it. Burnish that down. These two, I'm going to put here at the top. First one side to side. And what I would do is crop my photos to fit these mats that I'm putting down. If you wanted to wait on your mats, you could. This one's going to go this direction. I'm just going to make sure I'm getting it in straight. And I'm going to go ahead. Let's see, this kind of came up a ways. I'm going to squeeze this down in there for the 4x6. Like I said, this is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. I'm just going to bring it in right in here. And I think I'm going to scoot it over and make it even on this side and this side the same. And then I have a wider strip over here. Okay, so this one I did put glue on, but I'm going to let it stick up a little bit so a photo can go under it, and then I would attach it down. So just kind of lift it up and wipe that glue off. There we go. Okay, so we've got that. Now I'm going to put in some of my fussy cut stuff. So I like this here. And I do have to use glue on these, not the tape runner. So if you like fussy cutting, there's lots of elements on these papers that you can fussy cut out. Check your scraps. You can also utilize that for that. These photo mats, I'm going to go ahead and put them in. So these were cut to fit. So they're 3 3/4 by 3. This is going to go right in here. So you just see a little bit of the plaid to give it that color. If you wanted to reverse it, you could put the gray underneath and the plaid on top and then your photo. However you would like to do it. That. Now then we have some flowers we're going to put in. These are some larger roses from the larger print that I cut out. Some more of the stems and leaves. Put that right in there. And then I have some of the punched out flowers, and I just kind of fold them up. Not a whole lot of dimension here, just some glue in the center. It's a bigger one here. And you can layer some on top. I have some of the blue plaid. So I'm just going to put blue there and put one of these. So you can just, fix them up the way you want to. Put that one right there. Okay, I like that. That's 3 flowers. The 2 orange. I may do one more. I'm thinking I like that right in there, like that. Kind of a cluster of them. I think I want another flower on that one, center. Now the stars, to bring in the stars, I was going to put some stars on my jack-o'-lanterns. So I fussy cut out some stars from that same paper. And I'm just going to arrange them here on the side of the jack-o'-lantern. That, maybe put one or two over here. A big one and a small yellow one. Okay, I like that. I have some extra flowers here. I'll use on another page. Now I need to find something that I want to use to make the centers, which I'm thinking about some flat graphic 45 pearls. So I'm going to grab those. Hold on just a second. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue right in the center of each flower that I punched out. Grab my scissors, pull off one of these backings here. I'm going to put this big one here. That, and a medium one in the other flower right here. So that is the right side of this Halloween layout using Bewitching Hour by Country Craft Creations. So now I'm ready to do the other side that will complement it, not necessarily be exactly the same, but will complement and go together as a double page layout. Okay, so for the other page layout, I have the same paper elements. This one is 6 by 9 1/4, except it's going instead of going this way, I'm going to flip it and put it this direction. I have the same stars again. Need to trim it down 1/4 of an inch. Make it 11 3/4 instead of 12. Same size as before, width, so it's 11 1/4 by 2 1/2. And that one is going to go this way on the paper. So I have a mat that is another one that's 6 1/4 by 4 1/4, and that's going to fit here. So I'm going to make sure my paper layout here is going to accommodate, but I may switch it and go this way. No, I want it to go, but it can go over that. Okay, talking to myself. So I have all my fussy cut elements and everything. So let's go ahead and put this piece down next. And I'm going to put it over here on the left side. Make sure it's straight here and here, so everything's straight. Okay, then the star one is going to go, this time I'm going to bring it over so that some of this stays at the top. Okay, so let's line this up on the edge of the pattern paper and get it straight and hold it up so I can see. Okay, so there's the stars going that way. And then again, I took this 1/4 inch strip of the paper and I'm going to put that there to kind of bring that together. I'm going to use glue on this one because it's kind of skinny with the tape runner. There we go. Turn this so I can see it. I'm going to put it kind of in the center. Like that. Okay, so next for this, I have another square. rectangle photo mat. I just one on this small one, 4 by 3 1/4. And I think I'm going to do it this way. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that one down as well. I'm already out of tape runner, but those little tape runners don't last very long. Let's grab another one. I got a bunch of them because they were on sale, so I'm okay with using them up. All right, so this is going to go here. Okay, and then of course I cut a mat to fit it. And put that in there. Go ahead and put these down before I do all my decorating. A photo mat. And then I have one here. Now this one is going to go into the stars some, so that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and stick it down, because then I have fussy cut out some ghost that I want to get up into the top. So I'm just going to do the same spacing here in the bottom. So out of the paper, I fussy cut these cute little ghosts. So I've got these two guys here and the one in the center. So I'm going to glue these on just at the tops so that a photo can kind of like slip underneath if need to, and then if you want to attach it down, you can. So I'm going to put this guy here. See how it's loose right there, so that we can get the photo up underneath there once we're ready to add a Halloween photo. And then this one's going to go here. So these three little guys are cute. And then I cut out of the paper All Hallows Eve, and I'm going to put it right underneath his little head, kind of. So I've just cut it out. It looks like it's about 1 1/4 inches. Yeah, 1 1/4 inches, the length of the same. So this is from the paper. So this is going to go right here. So you don't see much of that thin strip here, but that's okay. So burnish that down. Then I fussy cut out one jack-o'-lantern, and then all of this jack-o'-lantern and this purple pumpkin and that like that. So I like this, but I think I'm going to put this on this side right here so I can glue them down. So I'm going to use glue on these guys because I've got a lot of little parts to it. I'll make sure everything attaches down. So I'm going to bring this right into here, the base of this photo. And this jack-o'-lantern is going to go over here. I'm using him to bring in that other from the other page, and I want this top side here to not have any glue, so a photo can tuck underneath. So right here like this, I'm going to kind of turn him kind of sideways right here. So you see this, a photo can stick under there. And then I have another one of those gingham pumpkins I cut out. I'm going to glue that down with the jack-o'-lantern on the left. Right here. And I have October the 31st cut out with the clock, and All Hallows Eve. Do I want it up here? Kind of like that. Yeah. So put glue on that. Glue on the clock, on the watch, all along this piece here that I cut out. This is from the paper too. And this is going to go in here with the ghost. Drop it down so we can see some of the plaid, and it doesn't go over the all in All Hallows Eve. I'm just going to make sure I've got it kind of straight. Let me bring that closer to me. Okay, that's better. Press that down. And then we have some of the flowers and pieces. So I have a star here that I cut out, fussy cut out. And I'm going to put it on my jack-o'-lantern. Have another one in here somewhere. Let's see. If not, I may cut out some more. And I've got bits of flowers I want to use. So here's some of the leaves again. I'm going to put that one there. So just fussy cut out different elements that you want to use and layer them in to your layout. And they're nice and flat, but it just adds to it. And I'm going to glue the bottom of this one and leave the top open a little bit. So it kind of lays there, but it still can be photo tucked in. I have one of the orange ones here. That's going to go right there in the bottom. So we have the spooky in with the country looking. There's a yellow flower. I'm going to tuck it in right there. Oops. Turn my glue over. All right, so now I have the punched out flowers that I want to use. I think I'm going to put one here. Yeah. With a blue one on top. Like that. Have another one right there I'm going to put. And another blue flower with that. I like to use threes. I think on this one I'm just going to use a blue flower. Tuck it in right there. Crinkle this one up a little bit and glue that one in on that one. Kind of offset it a little bit if you can to kind of make it full. And then my pearls. 1, 2, and 3. So 2 big ones. And a medium. These are flat back, so they fit in real nicely. So let me take a look at that. I think that's done. So there we have double page spread. I may want to add one more star to this little jack-o'-lantern, but I need to fussy cut that out and see if I have a scrap of paper I can do that with. Otherwise, I'm finished. So I'm going to thank you so much for joining me for this quick tutorial. I hope it was kind of quick on how to make a double page layout using the artisan cardstock, yes, and Country Craft Creations Bewitching Hour Halloween paper. Be sure to check out countrycraftcreations.com for your crafting supplies, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click on that bell so you'll be notified of my next project. Thanks everybody. Bye-bye.